Dread pitfalls and what you can do about them. Continued. The hamster doesn't exit the maze gracefully, but just busts through all the walls in the most direct path. You probably have friends that basically buy every Apple product. You may have noticed that they don't actually use some of those products very much. You ask them how they like the new iPad Air 3 Mini Plus, and they gush about it, but it sounds kind of forced. Then you notice they don't really use it that much. Apple has done such an amazing marketing job that purchasing their product is literally a compulsion for these people. They do it because they feel they have to. Purchasing iPads is a pretty binary thing. Apple doesn't really care if you don't use that iPad too much after you buy it. But something like having sex is not binary. Dread can make your wife fuck you, but she may be doing it out of compulsion more than anything. I don't consider this initially a problem at all, because the compulsive behavior should lead to a legitimate enjoyment of sex. The hamster may burrow through the wall the first time, but now having seen where the exit is, next time they quickly navigate there without any painful burrowing. In other words, your wife remembers, "Oh hey, I forgot how fun this is, plus my husband is looking sexier than ever, we should do this more. I don't even know why we stopped." But there is no guarantee this happens. Your wife may just internalize the message, "I need to fuck my husband twice a week or else he'll drop my ass and that will devastate me." If you define your desired behavior from dread as, "Have my wife treat me with respect, appreciation, and affection," well, this will be an easy exit for a hamster to find. But if your desired behavior is something like the aforementioned a blowjob every day and anal every weekend, then that's a pretty tough maze you're setting up there, buddy. So you can generate so much passive dread that your wife's hamster is still willing to crawl through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness to avoid losing you. But you're probably not going to feel great about your wife's hamster equating sex with 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness. Instead, you're going to return to MRP and post a question like, "So my wife fucks me often, but pretty much starfishes every time. How do I get her to actually enjoy fucking me?" Translation: why does all this dread make me feel like I'm being emotionally manipulative, and my wife doesn't actually like doing any of these things? How to fix this? Well, why do you think that is? This is where I think many don't recognize the limitations of dread. You can't do much about this. You can put the hamster in the maze. You can get a hamster to run the maze. You can nudge the hamster to find the exit. You can make the hamster so desperate to find the exit, it'll invent its own shortcuts at whatever cost necessary. But you can't make the hamster enjoy any of these activities. You can just hope the hamster likes what it finds at the exit, and doesn't require running mazes to find it in the future. The harder you define the exit, the more specific you want your wife's behavior to change, the more likely that any changes are done out of compulsion and not legitimate enjoyment. Upcoming video, wrap-up, bonus video, moving past the MRP anger phase.